I am spamming enter so freaking much. I'm going to put so much powder on this screen, I'm gonna look like I just got back from freaking Colombia. Come on. Hey guys, we're back with another Turnabout Tuesday, and we have now reached day 2 of investigating. We barely survived that first round of court cases by the skin of our teeth. So now, let's see what else we can dig up. Mr. Wright, so, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see what is going on. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're gonna find out, or try to at least. Seriously, girl, did you just, like, space out for the last part of that trial? Alright, let's do it. Well, she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's gonna be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? She can read minds now, we're doomed! Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us! Alright. They still got the chalk outline. How did they draw it over the gaps? Did they just, like, make a paper outline or something? You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Girl! This is your sister's future. Care about everything. Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum picked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister, erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never! Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. What's that grin for? The last time I saw a grin like that, somebody took my wallet. This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminal testing fluid. Luminol. Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But when the police have already done those tests, fair point. Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Also fair. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet you can carry this around like it's nothing. We're testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh, wow. You'd think it would look more pink given the lenses, but alright, we got Cyclops vision now. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. Okay. Oh, I see something there. Alright, let's examine it. Zoom and enhance. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as... Oh, that's her. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? Well, I'd say the amount. That's not a lot of blood for somebody who was stabbed to death. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? Yeah, good idea. Better keep track of it. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Okay. Alright, so we got something to find bloodstains now. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Oh, it's her. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house.
It's got raw fish. I ain't eating a day-old raw fish, no.
Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't really get my mouth watering. Let's see what she wants. You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
My apologies, Miss Star, but...
Oh no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable, and you could be arrested for that. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Skye stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up.
Yeah, you lean into your role a little too hard there, lady. Coughed it up.
They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
Very likely.
And you were let go or fired. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today.
Yeah, you're not bitter at all, are you, huh?
It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident.
SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Can I present her with anything? It's the floor plans. So if she was in the security office, how did she get this picture? So what? So either she's working with somebody else and they gave her that picture, or something's off. Can I show her anything?
If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes.
In other words, 5 minutes after the crime?
Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were.
The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem.
Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again.
Oh, we got some salt in there.
Just like that time.
That time being the SL9 incident? Can I show her that? No. Oh wait, she does.
The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know.
Oh, getting more clues.
Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Will she talk to us about it? Yes.
That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled.
Oh, they all work together on it.
The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
On the basis of evidence. Of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
Oh, yep, that tracks for the police. That absolutely tracks. Why are we even shocked about this? It's the freaking police!
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself, and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be Mr. Cowboy himself?
Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall.
Oh, getting some more lore here.
As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
You haven't forgotten SL9?
There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell! There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate.
Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? I'm sure she's got a lot. Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection. So, Rookie.
What?
It seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes.
Then you should take this.
Ooh, steak. Salisbury steak lunch?
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Oh, we get to bribe somebody with a free lunch. Excellent for putting... Oh, Officer Marshall in a good mood. Yeah, that makes sense for him.
Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your,
are you his... the dominatrix.
Are you going out?
Oh, I'm sure it's more than that, honey. A lot more.
Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you.
Girl, stop thirsting after older men. Bad. Bad, Emma. You're still in high school. Officer Jake Marshall. Well, I guess it's time to examine. Let's see. Anything new to look at?
This is where the cars leave the lot.
The air on the ground makes it look more like an entrance.
What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit.
Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose.
Aha! The theory of relativity.
What?
I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright, maybe you know. Was Mr. Relativity German or was he British?
Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name?
I think that part's still the same. Oh, so that's where Miss Starr saw the incident from.
You can probably see quite a lot from up there. That probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Skye stab him. Where's the security guard anyway?
Well, this is just something I heard. But apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Starr.
That woman is a force to be reckoned with. Let's see, anything else here?
Oh, look, a door! This must mean something!
I'm not sure the doors mean anything.
No, it won't open. A mysterious lock.
I fail to see what's mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Let's see. Pretty sure all of this is still the same. So this is the famous oil drum.
Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hee-ha!
That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Skye must be one strong woman. Wouldn't be surprised if she was. Alright. Anything else to look at here? Okay, so it's a rope, not chalk.
So wait! The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him!
You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Okay. The block is through there. It's where visitors park. She climbed over the... Oh.
So Miss Starr climbed over the fence?
It seems so, yeah. That fence is 9 feet high, at least.
Well, no time like the present. I think I'll give it a little try.
Don't do it. It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team. Okay.
That's about as red as a sports car can get.
Yep, it's pretty red, alright. I was found in Edgeworth's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Skye choose his car?
So what model car is it?
I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that.
Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things.
And that is incredibly sexist. Maybe it's about time I got my driver's license. Yeah, canonically, Phoenix doesn't have a license. He uses a bike. How do I do the spray? Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the other side. Anything here? Kind of just spraying everywhere to test. It's kind of weird that I can't move it too much. Kind of just hitting everything at this point. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna find anything else. Yeah, I'm just kind of spam clicking everywhere at this point. No, okay. Well, I think that's everything we can get out of here. So let's see. I guess we could go check on Lana. Looks like Miss Skye is in questioning.
I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine?
How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Did Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder?
Let's come back later.
No, Okay, guess we're not going to do anything there. So I guess that means next up would be Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here.
Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down in the police department.
Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot.
It makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yes, you said dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead.
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. It doesn't look like anybody's going to help us much either. Yeah, that's fair. I'm also getting very worried that we haven't seen our boy Gumshoe. If they arrested him, I swear I'm gonna, beat somebody with this plushie. Let's see. These detectives' desks, there are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tighter than I'd expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know! The killer used dry ice! If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut! This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Hey, sometimes you gotta have some creative outlets. I know all about that. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. But there's no dates underneath it. So this is the police mascot, is it? The chief... Excuse me. The Blue Badger. The future star of the police force.
The design's a little changed from the one outside.
Oh, well, the dancing Blue Badger trademark is still under development, you see.
You have it trademarked?
Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. Don't show her the movie mock-up outside, then you'll give her nightmares. Dang.
Must be the chief of detectives.
He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room. Tell no one outside the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. Yeah. With police like this, I can see why people have trouble trusting them. Well, nothing really here. Oh, let's go check out the entrance, I guess. Oh, we got something here. What we got? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring.
I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all.
So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is.
She's like a kid in an amusement park.
Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look.
Well, let's take a look around here first. Also, I'm just kind of bothered by how he looks like he's got a handprint on him. Blue Badger is still writhing around today. Why must we stare at him? He moves so creepily. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday.
Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty.
Let's see, what are you two talking about today? Oh look, the patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot! What were you thinking? Where's your head?
Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was.
They make a good pair. I'd watch a detective buddy or rom-com with them. I'd be open to either one. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point. Oh, they kind of gotta do generalized sketches.
I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that?
Oh, yeah. She said this one before. All the police criminals. They were probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Yeah, one of them was insulting the other one. Let's see. Banner here is the crime-fighting campaign. Fingerprinting sets. Yeah, this is all the same stuff as from before. Police car. Yeah, the panda thing. Okay, that's all stuff she said last time. Okay, detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Okay, let's see if I can find anything out here with this. You never know. I'm just kind of spraying everything. Nope. Okay, worth a shot. Okay. That's where we were earlier, so the guard station is the new one that's unlocked. Gee, I wonder who set up shop in here. 5 guesses. Yup, but only the first one counts. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. I don't know if he's rich enough to be called eccentric. When you're poor, it's just called being crazy. Or weird.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime.
It sure seems that way. Oh.
What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight.
If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is a guard station, where is the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already.
Yeah, I think that's been made pretty obvious. Let's see. Evidence room is beyond that door.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Yeah, we probably gotta bribe him with the lunch.
Look on the floor, a lasso.
Looks like it's set up to trap something.
A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed.
You sure have an active imagination. Pretty sure that's meant to catch anybody who tries to go into the room. Big old Texas sign. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. What if we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there?
Yeah, we probably could. A little gate.
This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon.
But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way.
Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch.
I'd say be more of a yarg myself.
Yikes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually.
Prickly and hard to touch. How so?
Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her.
I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that.
There's a security guard uniform hanging here.
Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy. You know, a punchy.
Oh, the cringe. It hurts. It hurts so much.
Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information myself for the time being. Yeah, she needs to learn on her own a little bit. Can't investigate all the bottles of booze all over the place. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm curious. Let's see if we can pick up anything. Again, just hitting up everything, because you never know, and I don't want to have to come through and do a whole bunch of this again. No, okay. Like I said, you never know. Well, guess we gotta go find him so we can be let in. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh?
Huh? Wasn't that?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe, you're okay. Yay. Now there's no time for a chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
Oh, but he's so sad. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. No, he's like a big kick puppy. Now's no time for despair. We've got our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal, you mean? You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Is it Meekins? Is it Officer Meekins?
He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I guess that's our cue to... Can we go in here now? Nope. Okay. Worth a shot. Actually, wait, I didn't really click on it. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something for later. Nope. Okay, still the same. Alright. So back outside. It's always kind of weird the way they make you go through these things in a certain order. Here we go, detention center. Alright, let's see who it is.
Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ugh, what is that?
What was that?
That's what I'm asking. Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator against her. That's what I'd say. Yep, it's Meekins. Hi. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center?
Well, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report?
Sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. There is no way he did it. I feel like if he tried to stab somebody, he'd fumble and cut himself, which might be what happened to his hand. Well, let's talk to him. Sir, patrolman with general affairs, sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person, yeah. He's handcuffed to what? Why? Why are you handcuffed like that? What the heck's this guy doing?
So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days?
Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand, just like Miss Skye? Oh. Interesting.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office.
First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Yeah, I want to hear about that. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir,
Don't you think you should just confess?
But sir, there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. The detective pointed the knife at you. Oh. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. Alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. Aha. So Goodman pointed a knife at him and he passed out.
What?
When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. The shock, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared?
That's some story.
Interesting. Let's hear about the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim! I would, but you have to be in detention and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I would say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in the tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives.
So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Is there anything of use I can examine in here just the same as usual? Carbon's visitor room, see if everyone here must make him worry about his own fate in life.
No comments from the peanut gallery.
Don't think I have any problem with that. Smile for the camera. For Officer Meekins, I think he knows he's being watched. Is there anything I can present him with? Is it... Does this mean anything to him? No. Oh, I'm scared of knives, sir! It's okay, I just want you to take a look at it. Said, sir, last night, sir, that's the one! I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled.
On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife.
He's overreacted to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. What happens if I show him this? Did you take a look at this? No idea what that is. Just Mr. Edgeworth.
He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright.
Take a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Okay, that was funny. I don't know anything else we could really show him except maybe this.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Oh, hey! That's it, sir! That's it!
That's what?
My head was a blank until this very moment! But sir, now I remember, sir! You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all!
This ID card?
Exactly, sir, that's exactly it! They could be more exact, sir, nothing! I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Okay, so we got something else to talk to him about at least. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. Lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? Well, that's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir.
Well, what happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Right. Okay, so then why were you arrested?
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom we met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card.
In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim.
And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's what I wanted to say. It is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly.
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
Huh? Videotape?
Yeah, it's true. It is being recorded. From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! It's on tape!
Huh. And you waited until now to tell us this?
Sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it! No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Well, we got a pretty good amount of information from that at least, so... I guess let's move out to here first, and then we can move to here. And then let's go to the guard station. Can we... No, still can't go in here. Nope. Oops. Okay, where else can we go? We haven't gone to the high part. We haven't gone to Edward's office in a bit. Let's check in on him. There's his big pumpkin trophy.
Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday.
I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma.
Incidentally, Edward's not here. Sure, he's off doing important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing. I guess I'll have to come back. Okay. Don't think there's anything new here.
He won such a prestigious award. Why would he just leave it on the couch?
Yeah, you think he'd want to show this thing off more than that giant steel samurai? Then again, Edgeworth has always been like that.
Really? Hey, I should write this down. Tell me what he was like as a kid.
Back in elementary school, he won awards for all kinds of things. Speech contests, essays, playing the flute, golf tournaments.
That doesn't exactly sound like typical elementary school stuff.
But he always hated receiving awards. He'd make some smart remark like...
I know the path I walked. No one else needs to tell me.
That's how he's always been.
Kinda gets under your skin, doesn't it?
Maybe a little bit. Let's see. I think it's the same as last time. Nah, just taking pictures. I think all of this is still the same. You know, just out of curiosity, and because I'm still doing it everywhere I go, getting out the spray bottle. I wanted to test if there's blood anywhere on the trophy. Because the fact that there's a piece of it broken off is very suspicious, you know? Nope. Okay. Okay, so nothing here. Anything I can talk to you about? No. No, I don't think there's gonna be anything new here. Let's go check back in at our office. It's just gonna be a what to do thing, but I don't think I Anything I can go to? Been there. Been there. Nothing new out here, really. Okay, I guess let's check out criminal affairs again. Okay, yeah, we got something here. Honestly, a good portion of the investigations is just click around, go to rooms until something happens.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk.
It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage. Oops, I missed that one. Under his seat cushions, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir.
The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered.
Ha ha ha! Righto, my boy. How you been? Sweat much? Oh ho ho! Chief Gant reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
Well, I also got somebody to talk to.
Now, let's ask first about the evidence room incident.
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. Oh, 1 sec. Sorry, I had to pop up. Huh? And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff, secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the Chief of Detectives' trap shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier?
Huh? You saw that? Whoops.
I wonder what it was that he wanted the Chief of Detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him.
Okay, how's Edgeworth? Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy. Oh, you know they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yep. Well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma, yep. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fix it so he was caught for forging evidence.
Well, wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
Well, what?
He is in a little bit of trouble. Is there anything I can present with him with? Anything I can ask him about? Okay, take a look at this, through with that stuff. Go find the guy who can't sit still.
Does he mean Detective Gumshoe?
Either him or the dancing blue badger. Fun way of telling us to bugger off. Can I ask about this? Nope. Same thing as before. Oop. Let's see. Last thing I can check. Maybe the picture too. Nope. Okay, so he doesn't really want to talk about anything, it seems. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta move on then, if he's not willing to talk with us. Okay. Is there a chance that he's back at the guard station? Nope. Okay. Where else can we go? Anything new in the parking lot? No, nothing new here, so it's gotta be something to do with him. He's not gonna have anything new to say. Anything new I can look around at? I've got him. Oh, sorry you had to see that.
What exactly did the chief of police want you to do?
Well, see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something?
The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. A half-written document dated 2/21. Can let me submit it to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Okay. I do want to look at that, though. Can I... Bruce Goodman, 2/21. Huh. It's like he started writing his ID. What did his ID start with again? Yeah, his ID starts with 5'8". Somebody started writing in 5'9". That's suspicious. Doesn't say what the item lost was. But the fact that it was 2/21... Yeah, that was the day that he died. Suspicious. All very, very suspicious. Well, I guess since it's telling us to, let's go back to the crime scene. I still can't do anything here, though. Can I? No. No, can't do anything there. Let's see, can I talk to him about anything? Oh no, wait, here we go. Permission to enter. Okay, there's something new. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh, no, he's doing that quiet, serious thing again. No, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate through to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show you never know until you ask.
For you here, you can borrow this.
This is the detective's ID card, isn't it?
It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along now and do your best now. Later, folks. And he disappeared without a trace.
Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we need to go into the evidence room. We get to go into the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Well, at least we got something we can do now. So let's go in here. And then can I... Okay, I can examine it now. Evidence room is beyond that door.
And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha! The card reader is turned off, see?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well. What's made my Bambina sky so gray? There he is. Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions? Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy, then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Let's see, is he gonna stonewall us?
I was wondering if we could talk to you.
Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer. That's a stomach.
What was that all about, Mr. Wright?
I think he was just too hungry to talk.
You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either.
Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Let's see. I feel like he's probably gonna... Well, might as well see what it is. So he's probably gonna not give us answers until we feed him.
Let's see.
Now, off from lands. Yep, same as before. Okay, yep, same thing. Alright, so... Let's give him the food. Oh, that smell. Reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
Yeah, Miss Star.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Alright, so you give him the steak lunch. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask or anything. Finally, it seems like...
He's willing to talk.
Alright, so let's see what he has to say now that we've supplied him with food.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. Not too far off. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago. Well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Ew.
Like, I don't mind it when it's steamed, but
just plain boiled broccoli is kinda gross because it gets overcooked way too easily.
Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago? The day of our case?
That's right. The evidence transferals. Edward was talking about the transferals too. Okay, let's follow up on that. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep all the evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the Residing detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That happened to SL9 2 days ago. Interesting. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Yeah, that's about the same as broccoli. The easiest ones to understand are these handy security cameras. Those are the ones Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you just reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Oh, interesting. Is this the ID card record?
Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before.
Yeah, I saw Goodman's number as the second to last one. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Let's see, anything new to investigate now that he's here?
You should have a lot of monitors in here.
There's 8 cameras in the evidence room and all. 1 for each section.
Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place?
Why do cattle sit before the rains come? It's not for man to know.
Unless you're the security guard responsible.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, he's probably got new reactions now.
Let's see.
Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt. Billy, the cactus has a name.
Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat on your hand.
Ah, my rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. Looks like it got stuck on the spines and he couldn't get it off. Let's see. Those aren't pants. Those are chaps. And that's a poncho up there.
Aha, a poncho. It sure looks cool, but the name is a little silly.
You called it a poochie earlier. You have no right to call anything silly. Alright, don't think there's... Oh wait, the lasso. Let's see, it's lasso. Looks like it's a trap something. I just roped me a steer with this here lasso.
What?
It was a bellowing, moo, pal, moo! Detective Gumshoe, I presume. Oh my gosh, he lassoed Gumshoe. Alright. Let's put us beyond that door. I turned on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners.
And I have the ID card, a real ID card.
Let's get this investigation started already. Alright, so can I move to it now? Yes, cool. There's a lot of random crap in here. There's a car door with handcuffs on it. What? I see the fishing rod and the metal detector, but I think I recognize what those are from. That's quiet. The investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
You sure about that?
Oh, gumshoe.
Whoa!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around here smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Let's see. Okay, he's telling us to investigate. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant, Will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, gumshoe. I wish I could give you $50, buddy. I wish I could.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today? Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Okay, so, oh, we got floor plans. Let's check it out. Let's see. Okay, it's a pretty simple little L shape. Good to know. I guess let's talk to him for a bit. So,
Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
Well, let's ask about the lockers then. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card, right? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That's not a good thing, dude.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint.
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it,
Zap! You get a shock.
if that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Interesting. Okay. So what about Edgeworth? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. Yeah, Gumshoe is ride or die.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Okay. Can I show him this? Detective Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
Yeah. Now, it's been a while since I played that game, but I think that you actually get to play through that case in the Miles Edgeworth investigation series. Like in the first game, there's a flashback episode. I think it's to do with that case, but I might be wrong. Again, it's been a while since I've played it.
Now that was a bloody, violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder?
A serial killing.
A serial killing?
Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. Too late now, buddy. We are out of the pot, into the flames being roasted. All we can do now is hope we don't get burned. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. The Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So, that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself?
That would make sense. If he was on that case, he would have access to it.
Interesting. Anything more you can tell me about the knife, maybe? Nope, same thing. Okay, same thing as before. Okay, I guess let's take a look around.
Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
That looks like a car door.
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at earlier. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away.
Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
Not wrong there.
Let's see. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That's sad. I bet that Evan's locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detectives responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. What? I gotta do my boy like that. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. See, you hurt his feelings. Phoenix, apologize now and give this man a steak dinner. And $50. He deserves it all.
Let's see. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams. Probably more like nightmares.
It won't open.
Did you really think it would? Hey, pal, our security's high-tech around here. Let's see. All that stuff. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here.
What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is.
Ah, that's my personal pole. Never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Alright, wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. I don't think it has a heart. If it does, I'm gonna be concerned. There's a bloody handprint here? What's this? Blood?
It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room?
We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Yeah, I was already planning on it. Not gonna comment on the paint up there. Oh, we can probably comment on the paint down here.
What is the saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room. That does not surprise me at all with Gumshoe. Oh, these are fine. So let's start with this.
Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is filled with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker.
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. That's fair. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. I imagine you'd have to at that point. At least until it can be reprogrammed for a new detective.
Someone left a glove here,
but only one. Oh, another SL9 piece of evidence. Detective Gumshoe, maybe. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
You mean SL9?
It does have a tag on it. Extremely thin rubber glove. Okay. What's all this?
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe, will you quit blaming him for everything, Phoenix? My gosh! There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from The Case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, pal. The sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence.
Well, let's take a closer look. Wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke.
You want to try to put it back together?
Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on it before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Oh, this piece looks like the bottom. Try putting the rest in place. Oh, we get to do a jigsaw puzzle? Let's see. Oh, I have to find... Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, I think I've got an idea. No? Okay, it's probably this one. Is that... No. Okay. So if I click it, it rotates it. Oh, dang it! Ah! I didn't mean to do that!
It's no use, the pieces just don't add up to anything. Maybe some of the pieces are missing? Let's just try to put as many of the pieces in place as we can.
Maybe I'll give it another shot later. No, I want to do it now. I didn't mean to hit the back button. I was trying to look. Okay. Skip through all this. Skip through insulting my boy again. Okay. Okay. So I guess let's try this one. Okay. So let's try... I just don't think... Because there's no way to rotate this. I mean, like, rotate it horizontally. Okay. Oh. Okay, not that. Okay, yeah, so it was that one. Okay, so getting a better idea now. So let's rotate you. Oh, you don't? So not that one. Definitely not that. Let's see. No. Okay. So the red is showing us the shape we need to fit to, so... Nope. No. It's definitely not this. It's too small. No. Nope. Okay. That was that one. Did I not do that one earlier? Okay, yeah, that's an easy one. Okay. Not that. But maybe this? Actually, it's a big area, so... Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm slowly being less stupid. It takes me a moment, but eventually the stupidity turns off. Never completely, though. That ain't happening with me. Maybe a small one. There we go. Okay. I think... Not that, but I think this one. Darn it. There we go. That one. And then... need more. There we go. Okay. That means you have to go here. Okay, so we're still missing a piece.
Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with. Still. Doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken.
So, unstable jar. Jar piece back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. Alright, well, let's use the spray. Do we do anything to investigate this? Like the red spots on it?
Hey, look, they're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here.
Looks like blood.
Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed?
Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Okay, anything else worth investigating on this? Oh, hold up. Something at the bottom.
Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom.
That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar?
At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right?
No, you absolutely would still collect dust in that. Okay. Don't think there's anything else to investigate on for now, but at least we got to take a look at it. Can we check this? Let's see, the tag probably. Tag says SL911. I guess it's another piece of evidence from that case.
You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing.
What's so confusing about that?
Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag.
Zag? Is that a word?
Do you challenge me?
What, are we playing a word game now? I have a feeling with her everything is a game of some kind. No, I don't think there's anything else I can investigate here. No, nothing else is really giving me a prompt for it. Okay, let's get out the spray. Oh, that's an obvious one. Anything else got blood on it? Zoom in on that one first.
I knew it! This is someone's right handprint!
What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker! It's mine!
It's yours?
Please! You have to help me when they come to take me away! Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly! I absolutely would, buddy! You will not be arrested! I will fight the police myself before that happens! You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. Damn right you can't.
What? But you're a detective.
Different category. I'm a different category. Alright, let's examine that. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Detective Goodman was actually an alien. Or a deep-sea creature. They do have blue blood. Because of the copper and all that.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you should have asked. Gumshoe. Never change, buddy. Never change. This is why you are one of the only detectives and police officers I will trust. Alright, I think that's everything here. No, can't talk to him about anything new. Anything over here, actually, now that I think about it? Might as well spray everywhere, right? Oh, wait! I was right! Another handprint!
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door.
This just might be something significant.
Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal!
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too! I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief! Where do you get this, Emma?
Buy it by mail order.
Well, I better jot this down the floor plans. Anything else over here? I was right to check here, at least. So now we have a floor plan with 3 spots of blood in it. Can I show him this? Oh. Okay, yeah, he doesn't know anything about it. I think that's all we can get in here. Let's go back out to the guard station. Can I talk to him about any of this? Anything there? What will he say if... let's see... Can I show him any of this? The sheriff's back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. The only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
This is neither Wild nor West here.
Aha! That and things are two different things entirely.
I guess so, huh? I'm lost.
Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Okay, so not that. Nope, same thing. Nope. Okay. That's right. I think that's about... Can I show him any of this? Nope. Okay. Nope. Okay. Alright, so he really doesn't care. Okay, so... Where else can I go? Because it's still having me look around. Criminal affairs... Well, Gant's gone. So nothing new there. Anything new I can talk to him about? Let's see... Nope. Maybe we can go and see if Edward's back. Alright, let's check the parking lot first. Nothing new here. Nothing to talk to you about. And Edward's not here. I have no idea where to go now. I'm out of ideas. One sec. Sorry, I've been going so long that my voice box was getting sore. Okay. Okay. So where else can I go? Any ideas?
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Let's see. Flashback.
There was that business with him not reading the officer's report.
About the killing at the police department, right? Chief of police was right about that. I can't help but think. Someone in the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. I feel like a lot of people don't like Edgeworth. I feel like there's gotta be something that we're missing here. Like, I feel like we need to talk to... Let's see... Guard station. I feel like we need to get him to tell us about the, what was it? The record log? Can I talk about that again? Let's see. These are a few hours. Reckon they might be. Need an ID card. Use a record. Let's see. So there were 2 cards that were both used at 514. One was Goodman's, and there was another one right after that, which could maybe have been Meekin's. Or it could have been somebody else who was in there with him. I want to know who's got lucky ID is 777777. Seen that number somewhere before. Let's see. Some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay, so can I maybe show him the ID? See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Yep, right there at 514. Look, the 4th number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 514, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? Well, that's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Yay, we got it. And I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this to other people with IDs here. Well, worth a shot. See if we can get a better idea of who's got which number. Nope. No, he doesn't care. Okay, so let's go into the room and talk to Gumshoe, see what his number is. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record for the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? Oh? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Okay. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give them my report for the day. What is that restaurant flyer? It might help, you know? Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? Phoenix, if you don't quit shitting on my buddy! I'm off, pal. Later. That man is a golden retriever in human form. Probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Okay. So they said the second one was his. So we're filling it out as we find him. So yeah, that's Goodman, that's Edgeworth. So Edgeworth came in here at around 4:40. Okay. Well, I guess let's go back and talk to some more people about this. So let's move out of here. And let's see. Can you go to the detention center from here? Well, let's show him that and see if the last one was his number. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? You don't know what it is. Darn it. Okay, well you were a lot of help. I want to try and prove your innocence, if I can. Okay, let's go to the parking lot. You got anything to say about this, Missy? Take a look at this. No, offering me hot tea. You pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing? How is that a thing? So that's the secret to the aroma. Only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Okay, so you're no help. Not surprised though. Alright, let's check in with Edgy. Oh, what are you doing here? Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Ha! Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Oh, yeah, he's not doing good. Right? He has the hotel bring him tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. Real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
Well, let's see how he fared after all that mess. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again. I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Well, we definitely need to ask about that. Are you okay for the trial, though? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his result. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I think you've got a few things there, buddy. Don't worry, you're working through it. It's June, you're allowed to be out of the closet now. But still, wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Well, I guess let's present him with the things that we found. Oh, right, I'd better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gat, no less.
The chief of police?
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. Any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's brought back to his office by Gant's request. From AI-16. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Okay. Can you tell me about it, though? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. Don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edwards just told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on anyway? I can talk to him however I want to. Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. I guess let's just show him a few things. Nope. Okay. What would be the best? Help. What is my best evidence on the case, though? I don't really know. Oh, wait. Oh, dang it. I accidentally... That one actually got a different reaction, and I clicked too fast. It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. There, our new talking point? Yeah! Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then. He was a top officer. It was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't. Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you are still studying forensic science...
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminal testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. I'm still not used to that head angle for him. It feels so weird. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Guy needs all the help he can to do this job.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Well, thanks, Edgy. Always happy to see you. Bye. Oh, she left. Interesting. Okay. I guess let's head down here where we saw a couple of handprints. Into the evidence room with us. Oh. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
Well, it's definitely the thumb and maybe the index. I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger.
Guess I can't choose the middle finger then. Let's do this one then.
Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, you sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With enter, see?
Ah, looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print.
Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. How?
With the E button. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess better give it a try. Alright, so... dust. I guess we're just gonna dust liberally around here to make sure we've got enough. That should be good, I think. Okay, now.
Aha! You did it! You found one!
But this looks something like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck.
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. Alright, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Look at the locker door again closely.
You're right.
Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well.
Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Yep, so there's one there. Just a nice big coating across the entire screen. This stuff's not expensive or anything, right? Oh well, we didn't paper it anyway, so who cares? Alright, and blow. There we go. Oops. Okay. Am I missing some of it? Does it need to be clear or something? Come on, is that... Let's try one of... Oh. Wait. What? Why does it not accept that? I thought that was a pretty solid print. Was it not? We need to get like a nice thick coating or something? I can't... It won't let me do it here. There, I'm just gonna coat this whole area with it. Okay. There! Okay, I just didn't have enough.
Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling.
Dazzling.
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find.
Sorry, I had to blow some dust out of my vents.
Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edward, and point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case.
So whose fingerprints would most likely we find on this evidence locker? I mean, it is Gumshoe's locker, so... Yeah, that looks pretty much like him, so compare it. Comparison complete, match found.
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? He gave me this so what look.
I guess it's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Darn it. Sorry about that. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Alright, I keep feeling like I'm gonna... I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. Okay, that's better. Okay. There was another handprint on here. Let's use that. Nope. How do I have to do the spray thing first? Okay. Oh. Come on. The handprint was there. Quit making me work for it. What do I have to do to make this thing... It's right there! That's where we go. Okay, there we go.
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this?
There go right sparkling again. Let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right.
So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand.
Might as well. Trying to... Oh, wait. Hold up. Okay. I am going to liberally dust this whole area with powder until I find something. I am spamming enter so freaking much. I'm going to put so much powder on this screen, I'm gonna look like I just got back from freaking Colombia. Come on. Come on. Just a little bit more. It's gonna look like a freaking snow day up in here. Come on. Okay, that hopefully should be enough. Like I said, this stuff's not expensive or anything, right? Even if it is, I don't really care because it's not mine. Alright, and blow. We got something. I gave it my best shot.
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then.
Okay. Here? Darn it, we're back to Colombia again, guys. We gotta get white powder all over the screen. Because apparently if I don't do a liberal enough job of it, it doesn't count for whatever reason. Alright, it's usually towards the middle, right? So I think I just need to make sure the middle is thoroughly coated. Okay, let's try that. Come on. Come on, give me a nice clear coat. Also doesn't help that it doesn't let me do it here at the bottom very much. Come on. How much dust do you need? Does it need to be completely caked on? Why can't I just hold this and make it go? Come on, come on. Okay, if this isn't thick enough, I don't know what is. There. Jeez. Okay, let's see what we can find. Definitely not that. Not that one. Well, that actually looks pretty decently similar. Jake? Sorry, I drank some more water. Hey, these fingerprints,
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall?
Bloody handprint left in the evidence here. The print had been wiped.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. Luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh.
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. Very suspicious indeed.
But why would Officer Marshall...
Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results.
I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Well, that's quite an interesting little twist at the end there. But I guess in the next episode, we're going to be doing the second day of the trial and see what all we can dig up. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Aw, game over already? Don't worry, there's always more fun to be had later. If you enjoyed your stay, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for visiting Arya's Arcade. Bye-bye!